Hit it.
This is Jay Thomas. At the tone, leave a name and message and I'll get back to you.
It's the Guthrie Files with Jay Thomas as Jay Thomas, co-starring Cece McCece and her famous intro, Sheriff Biff Torgo and the Pima County SWAT team, the FBI and their partner TMZ, Bitcoin, Carlos, a Range Rover, a family who may or may not be involved, an aerial Bluetooth sniffer, Bob the pool boy, a pizza delivery guy, a glove, several gloves, Carlos again, just for good measure, a 25-liter Ozark Trail backpack, just $10.88 at your local Walmart, and an average guy who is probably the actual criminal. We think, anyway. And without further ado, here's Jay Thomas.
I love that. Love that intro.
And now, from a secret location outside of Hooker, Oklahoma, nestled in our DEFCON 1 priority bunker, safely ensconced hundreds of feet below the fruited plains where America grows her amber waves. Articulating profundities with humor and perspicacity seldom heard between these purple mountains' majesty, it's the Jay Thomas Show, with your humble host, Jay Thomas.
Me, your humblest people. All right, so we're back. Welcome back to the Jay Thomas Show. Look at my eyes. Look how red they are. I am, again, plain injured. But you'll never know. We have our Trey Gowdy mic that CC loves so much. Why do you love this thing? What is it? What's the deal with it? It's cute. I'm sorry. I swore. Okay. Well, look at it. It doesn't cover. Look, from here to here, it doesn't cover the whole thing. It looks like It looks like a furry gland. That's not swearing either. That's being appropriate. Anatomical name. Look, it just. Then you're gonna have to buy one that fills the whole thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. Look at this. Just. I don't know. I guess it works. Whatever. Anyway. Okay. All right. So this is Cece's pick for the. And look, it doesn't go back. I didn't just try. It doesn't go back. It is stuck in that. I can't. Look, it's stuck in this one position, and it's not covering the whole microphone. And it looks ridiculous, dear. We can't keep this. You said it would fit. It doesn't fit. There's a string. What's this string for? Well, okay. Well, the Trey Gowdy mic doesn't fit. If you want another Trey Gowdy mic cover, then you're gonna have to order it. But anyway, let's get on with the show and not bicker about our our equipment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to first up, if you go to X, formerly Twitter, if you go to Twitter and search for Robert D. in Tulsa, he has a post. He does these Tulsa County booking photos, and he has one up right now. This is holy crap. It's Ivan Hiram Ayub. Oof. It is a trans woman, apparently, who is from a Muslim, I guess. I didn't think that was the proper thing, but I'm gonna tell you, Ivan there has some eyebrows, man. Those are some heavy duty eyebrows. I bet women kill for those eyebrows. And of course, she's a registered voter, a Democrat Rat Party voter, and whoever did his eyebrows did his boobs. I'm telling you, because that's some overkill there. All right, we're here to update. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked by Ivan. Anyway, we're here to update. Poor Miss Guthrie. uh, Sheriff Torgo's uh, uh, complete cluster fork. Where did I have it? I had it somewhere around here. I have it, Cece. Here it is. The good news is that the United Cajun Navy search, this comes from Channel 6 News, apparently, as WDSU in New Orleans, the United Cajun Navy search and rescue volunteers standing ready to help search for Nancy Guthrie, which this is the best news that she's had in, what is it, 21 days? 24 days. Day 24. Savannah Guthrie, she's upped the reward to $1 million. She's willing to pitch in $1 million of her own money. That should have happened the first week. But I'm not gonna. I can't get in and tell her what to do. But they had all these fake Bitcoin people, and TMZ again. We kept getting Bitcoin demands from people, and sure enough, it just kept stretching out, and they kept looking into it. They caught one guy from Daryl or Derek from Los Angeles. He was a grifter from Los Angeles who was out on bail or out on whatever. He had a big grift for overtime. He's a union thug, and he was charged with what is it? Where is it? Is it here? He was charged with what is it? Overtime fraud. So of course, he has overtime. He has overtime fraud. So he was charged with that. He was out on bail or cashless bail, and he decided to text the FBI like he couldn't be found. That's how smart he is. He texted the FBI his demands for money, leading with the Guthrie. That was the first. That was the first one, right? Yeah, they caught him like day 3 or something like that, and they dragged him off the jail finally. And this has been an ongoing thing with poor Miss Guthrie. They should never have started these half-ass um, press conferences with the corrupt mayor of Pima County. He- Why do I say he's corrupt? Well, I mean, first of all, he's a Democrat, and most Democrats are corrupt. And second of all, what what does he think he was doing? He was corrupt. He wanted fame, so he had all these. This was his moment in the spotlight. And then the first news. All right, well, the first newscast, he said all these things, and then the second newscast, he came back and said, "Well, I didn't think you were going to take me seriously," and he's been a screw up ever since. And this poor lady is day 24, and guess what? About 4 or 5 days ago, they started taking her off these news alerts, the constant updates, and they should have done that the very first. They should have not given all these things. And that's what I was saying. That's what this. I had an intro where it was just them continuously interrupting with the news alert and breaking news, and then you go to the breaking news, and what's the breaking news? Well, nothing's happening. They found a glove. A glove. Holy crap, a glove on the side of the road. Those are never there. What is that glove doing there? And then they went through all the DNA stuff. They arrested a Range Rover. I don't even know what happened to the Range Rover. Whatever happened to that? So they've been going on and on with this. The first good news, I swear, is these guys, the United Cajun Navy, whom I've met, a few of them, when I was a FEMA contractor. Yeah, Hurricane Harvey, and another one that they were. I was in Louisiana for a rainstorm, 2016, I think it was, this rainstorm that just rained for 4 days straight and flooded It was like the 100-year, 500-year flood. Anyway, I've met them a couple times. They're great guys. And finally, and we have our own guy here. Wait a minute here. Where does it say this? Sorry, I can't. Here, Pima County Sheriff Department. Private search parties, volunteer search groups have inquired about being in the area. Per the Sheriff Torgo, they were asked to please give investigators the space they need to do their work. This is 4 days ago. 4 days ago? 3 days ago. That was February 21st. I know the sheriff deputies are out there doing their work. I do. Apparently, according to the FBI, the sheriffs are beating the bushes. The guys, the boots on the ground guys. The sheriff is just an idiot. Okay. We appreciate their concern, and all we want is to find Nancy, but this work is best left to professionals. Well, that's exactly what the Cajun, the United Cajun Navy is. They're professional search and rescue people. And our own Oklahoma boy, Ryan Davis, was found by the help. They helped find him in like 2 or 3 days. So I don't understand. I don't understand. And here's another thing that's wrong. It says Guthrie went missing on January 31st. She went missing the 1st of February. They knew where she was January 31st. And they just keep getting stuff wrong, and it's really aggravating. And poor Miss Guthrie is still there, still out, still can't find her. And it's aggravating. Let's see. The private property laws apply, and it's up to each individual property owner to grant permission for someone to search their property. That considers the Cajun Navy. I know the sheriffs. I've heard this from FBI agents that the sheriffs themselves, the deputies, the guys on the ground, are doing everything they can to find Miss Guthrie. But this sheriff should not have had all these stupid. Where's this at? There it is. Okay. Should not have had all these stupid press conferences and rigmarole that they've had, and it just ticks me off. I don't know if it would have helped or not. So you see, I'm not saying it would have helped. I'm saying it couldn't have hurt. They could come out every other day and say, look, we're still searching. But, I mean, they had pizza delivery guys going to the door. They had the pool boy. They had, everywhere they went, they're followed. They had the SWAT team go here, the SWAT team go there. And who's right behind the SWAT team? The media. The media's camping out by the SWAT department, and they just drive along with them. It's handled wrong. That's I would ask the media just to back off. What happened with TMZ? Okay, TMZ kept getting the Bitcoin robbers, the Bitcoin fraudsters, and they were taken seriously. TMZ did this too. They just to promote their crappy brand of of media, they went out and they just every time they got something, look what we got. Look what we got. They should have taken it to the FBI, and maybe they said, hey, we gave some more information we got at the FBI, but that's all we're saying. They read it on the air. Well, she's in Mexico. That's the last thing that we heard, is that she's been taken by the Mexicans, and for some reason the Mexican people, the Mexican kidnappers, don't want any money. Well, no. Well, I'm watching this right now. Have they demanded money? Any Bitcoin? Have the cartels demanded any, I don't know, gold bars, Bitcoin, $100 bills, and used 20s or whatever. I mean, what? I mm-mm. I don't know, but if you kidnap an 85-year-old woman with heart problems, and your long game is to get money for her, and you're the cartel, you figure the cartel at some point would say, yes, drop off the money here in Juarez, and we will have Miss Guthrie dropped off at point X, and you can find her there. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, Cece says that the cartels now, the cartels wouldn't do that, but they wouldn't hold her. Oh, you're saying they wouldn't kidnap her? Oh, well, maybe not. Well, but that's not what TMZ is saying. They're inferring. I use that correctly. They're inferring that it's the cartels in Mexico. That's what they're doing. So, this is just driving me bonkers. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll take a break. Be right back. Hit it. And now, for the rest of the garbage news. we got rid of the Trey Gowdy. It left stuff. Look at this. It's left fuzz. All see. This is why I call it. Look at that. This is why I call it the Trey Gowdy. Trey Gowdy has hair. It goes like. It looks like Trey Gowdy's head. Look. All right. So much for the Trey Gowdy. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the rest of the news. Go back to that. All right. Anyway, I don't know. Remember last week, AOC flies over to Munich, and they ask her a simple question about foreign policy, and it's a simple question about Taiwan and China, and she throws in a couple other things about Venezuela being south of the border, and she just sort of she does the typical AOC nonsense, but except she had to actually have a position that made sense, and she didn't make any sense. So she's really, really pissed off that everybody's laughing at her, and this is what she did. I played this yesterday. This is her. And listen to the background noise. Someone says it's her dog snoring. I think it's her drunk boyfriend who couldn't take it anymore. But maybe it's her dog. Maybe her dog is drunk and couldn't take it anymore, and he's snoring. Doesn't matter. Listen to the background. This is her answer, though. It must really bug her that she sounded so stupid. So here's what she did, and we're going to get to it right after this. Here you go.
If you think that I don't understand foreign policy because out of hours of discourse about international affairs, I pause to think about one of the most sensitive geopolitical issues that currently exist on Earth, I'm afraid the issue's not my understanding, but rather the problem is perhaps you've gotten adjusted to a president that never thinks before he speaks. If you think that
she blames Trump for her. This is typical of this dumbass. I'm sorry, dumbass isn't a swear word. I am sorry, the word ass is in the Bible. I'm calling her a dumb donkey. What? I'm using it's a loophole. It's called the loophole. Anyway, she is so. This bothers her so much that everybody's laughing at her that she goes on. Greg Gutfeld says that's her dog. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But she's whispering so she doesn't wake her dog up or her stupid boyfriend or whoever it is that's snoring in the background. And she seems to be a little bit drunk, like she's had a couple wines, and she's like, I'll show these people. I'm going to go and blame my stupidity on Trump. And all her SEAL friends are going to be clapping. And, What did you think, Cece? Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. She doesn't want people laughing at her, and this it will be her downfall. Yeah, you think? Well, Cece and I agree on that. Yeah, I think so. Do you think it's going to harm her in the long run? You think this is people will remember this? She'll fix it. Oh, well, good enough for her supporters because they're dumb. I mean, they voted for Mamdani or whatever his name is. He can't get we got to do a Mamdani update later, but he can't get the snow off the streets. And then she said this about the snow. I got that too. Hold on, hold on. I know he sent it to me. Here it is. Now this is about. This is her drunk. This is the same thing.
I've seen one or two questions about people complaining that the snow is still here from the last storm. And, like, what are people going to do about it? And I'm starting to wonder how many of you know how snow works.
I know how snow works.
And know about, like, at what temperature snow melts.
I know that there's snow plows. I know how they work, too.
I might be calling Sauron telling him not to close schools on Monday, because...
See, she's drunk. You can't tell me she's not wined up. And I mean wine by... Anyway, she's had a couple Zimas or something in her. So that's, I mean, AOC. And again, there are millions of people who will vote for her because they're so stupid. And I do not, I can't share this country with these people anymore. I'm done. I am done with these stupid people. Democrats are dumbasses. They're just dumb. See how I did that? They're dumbasses. They're dumb. It's a donkey, right? Their logo. And they're just stupid. Okay, it's like this guy, and yesterday, this was Governor, this is Newsome, and he's talking to, I guess that's the mayor of Atlanta. And Atlanta is a fairly well-run city, but it has its issues. And Atlanta, the thing is he's attempting to get the black vote by saying, and don't tell me he's not. So you have a black announcer up there, that the mayor, and he's talking to this clown, and this is what he says.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you.
Accomplish that.
I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940.
The stupid mayor laughs.
But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech.
Yep, can't read, low SAT. I'm just like you black folk. This is, and then he did this. He said he grew up poor. This is what he says. He said he grew up poor, eating white bread and mac and cheese and everything. And he goes on these black programs and he says this crap. Here's the San Francisco Chronicle, 1991, Children of the Rich. Well, look who is there. Gavin Newsome in a tie, in a button-up shirt, looking with his greasy hair back. This is him. And it's the children of the rich. And every 4 years, the stupid, corrupt Democrats march out and vote for these people. Look, Cece, look at this. And they just march out. Look at that. There's Trey Gowdy all over my... all right. We're getting rid of it. So this is my thing this week. I woke up. Look at my eyes; they're still bad. I woke up not feeling good, and I still came on to do. And we're doing a little bit of the show, and we're doing some studying and getting to know this platform that we have, and the practices of having a call-in show, and it's taking a little bit to get right, and we don't want to start it and not get it right. So that's what we're doing. I just wanted to check in. That's 25 minutes and 14 seconds of your life you'll never get back. Thank you for spending it with us. We love you. Go out there and kick some ass. That's what we have to do. Both in both in both in life and in politics. We have to. We have to kick some ass. Do not be lazy, people. If you think that just, well, I did my job. I went out and voted for Trump and got him two vote margin in the House and Senate. Well, that's all I have to do. No, you got to go out there and do it more, time and time and time again. And it sucks, I know it. But if you don't, they're coming after you. That's 26 minutes and 6 seconds. You won't get back. Anyway, we love you. We'll be here. We're gonna do coming soon. We are gonna be at the Tulsa City Council asking a few questions about NGOs. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the State of the Union tonight. That's going to be fun. I was asking Cece if we should do it live together, but no, she doesn't want to. All right, go out there, kick ass. Have a great day. Bye-bye.